Okay, hello and welcome to Devcast Ops. You are joined by me, Barnaby, James, and Wally, and today we'll be carrying on with our issues with Consul, which will probably be TLS stuff again. So Wally's going to endeavour to fix all of our problems.
Oh, sorry, they've changed the Twitch thing, so now the stream by default has audio on, which meant as soon as you started talking, I just heard us everywhere.
Do you not want to hear my
It was a shock.
in all of your ears?
Yep.
Wally, you're awfully quiet today. You're just shy.
Oh, we can't hear him. Has your microphone finally run out of power?
Let's say I haven't muted him. So.
Good start.
Perfect. It's been a great day.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I wasn't saying much, to be fair. Yeah, someone just came in. So yeah.
Steal your microphone.
All right. So today we are going to try and fix this part because we discussed how the ACL key generation part needs to be more flexible. So in case when we add more servers, because right now it's only expecting 10. So if it doesn't get those 10 servers, it will fail. So what if we added 11, or what if decrease it? So that's what we're trying to do today. And then obviously finishing up the SSL part as well. Well, we've done the encryption between server and agents, but we just now need to actually do the URL, which I don't think that would even work right now because the actual domain name accessing Consul through domain name is currently out of service.
Oh, we can. It would not be hard to set that up.
Yeah, but for now we need to focus on making this more flexible.
Yeah.
I think the issue isn't necessarily our code set up for 10. Is if you add or remove. I think particularly adding will break. That server won't work when it's added. I think removing should be fine. Although the concept of removing an Ansible is, I don't think you really have a concept for removing. You take it out of the inventory, we won't unconfigure it. You'd have to destroy it with Terraform.
Oh, it's not like Terraform. To be honest, I haven't actually considered removing anything from Ansible. Interesting. Can we then not just target that specific server we're trying to remove and just send commands to it to remove it? If that's
it's where teardown playbooks are a thing. And there is some people that are in the mindset of you shouldn't write an Ansible playbook until you've written a teardown playbook that does the same thing.
I'm just lazy, and I will destroy whatever it is I'm building since I was doing some Terraform.
I mean, I can log into a server and click a button and poof, the server's gone. If it's a physical server that they have to give to someone else, it's a little different.
So you have Terraform build the instance, Ansible configure it. You don't want it anymore. You just get Terraform destroy it. It doesn't care what configuration's on there.
Also, is this size okay? Can you guys see, or do I need to zoom in?
No, that looks good.
All right, cool. So what do we want to start? Where do we go to start this? Anyone has an idea?
Just be the ACL task and have a look at that and try and start out. So I think it's under all main.yaml. It's the one that's breaking. So do we maybe you write that registered key to a file and then have that command say create?
So one of the ways of doing it would be to have the ACL in its own console config, and as part of the setup, we load in that, we generate the key, load in all the config, load in that into all the config files. Then we do the re-register stuff, and then turn on the new servers. So all the old servers will already have the new key installed, and then any new server gets that new key as it turns on.
Yeah. So I guess we generate the keys before we start the service. It doesn't matter, and then we can dump them straight into config files.
Yeah.
Because what order do we run this in at the moment, Wale? What's the play order?
Play order.
I think this is one of the last things we do because it fails if the server's not started. So
yeah, the main.
It's all, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the last thing we do.
Yeah.
But we could run keygen right at the start.
Yeah, because I don't think the server has to be started to run keygen because you're just using a CLI functionality. You're not talking to Consul server. I guess it'd be worse. Are our servers in a running state at the moment, or is the service dead on them?
Servers are running.
Yeah. Hopefully they're running.
They're running.
Do you want to log on to One Stop Consul and see if you can keygen?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I can get this right. Bash run.
Oh, you're trying to see the fancy windows in VS.
Okay, so let's just pick one at random.
First one's always a good one to do.
Well, SSH. What did you pick for my username again?
I think Wale.
Let's see if that's the case.
What I really like doing is my username is my Windows username, which means I don't have to specify username. I can just type SSH
that was why.
which is glorious.
That was what confused me. Yeah. All right. So what did you wanted me to stop? Consul?
Kill it.
Stop Consul, and then try and generate a new key. Yeah. When I was messing around with the TCP stuff, because it generates your user based on your email that you're in the organization, they matched up. So my Mac user is the same as my email address. So from TCP, I can use SSH. Yeah.
I love that. Anything that lets me just type SSH.
It was almost like I planned it when you asked for it.
Must be nice, guys. Must be nice.
I mean, it's one Ansible. If you give me your proper name, it's one Ansible, and it'll load it all up.
We'll talk about it later. The hell? Oh, yes.
Logged into the console user.
Yes. My bad.
Exit twice, and then. No, exit twice. You need to exit SH.
Wait. What's going on? Yeah, I am here. So
type exit.
I am.
There you go.
Oh, now I'm back at me. Oh, oopsie. Nope. Yeah, let's just do system CCL. Stop console. It's been a long day, guys.
The next way to troll you when you leave your laptop unlocked, I'm just going to enter a load of shells and then enter shells.
You know what? I still owe you for that. For what you did in the office. All right, cool. All right, what's next now? We're gonna run. Am I trying to connect to it again and then run the keygen, or what am I doing?
Just run keygen, console keygen. I think it. Yeah, we do it through the API and Ansible, but yeah, cool.
Or if that didn't work, it's just the base64 token that's a significant length. We could probably have worked out the command.
Yes.
But keygen does it for us, so we can just keygen.
Yeah, you might want to start the service again, and then you can leave that box.
Sorry, can you guys hear my background?
Yeah, it doesn't sound very happy.
Yeah.
Not feeding him enough.
It's bedtime.
Who wants to go to sleep?
He wants to come and sit and watch Wale. They do Consul.
Yeah.
He just knows off screen that Wale's doing it wrong and wants to come in and help.
100%.
Is he going to be your prodigy and replace you?
Alright, guys, I'm tired. Stop talking. Where's the music, actually? I'd rather hear music.
I mean, I can play it through me again.
Nah, it's fine. Not yet. Alright, so do I run Ansible again then?
No, you shouldn't change it. You can do, but nothing should change for Ansible's sake.
Okay, because now I've kept it back on again, so I think just run it, right? Hold on.
We need to rewrite the Ansible script to now work.
Yeah, because this will probably just regen a load of keys and install them on the servers, which I can't remember. If it's the first time, it works great. If it's the second time, and they weren't all given it the first time, not so much.
Yeah, so what we may need to do is to like prove that it works is to remove one from the inventory. Well, kill it, remove it from the inventory, run the rest of them to get the new key, and then add it back. And then if we run it, it should all work. Because currently it would fail if we did that.
Because the issue is the different encryption keys. I'm just trying to think how we'll pull the old one. Are we just going to pull it from a config file?
I think always make a new key works.
And just I guess if we restart them all again.
Like as long as the new key is in the config file. I suppose if you've got a server that's not been configured, that turns on after the rest of them has, that's probably a problem.
I have a funny feeling that the key in the config file is disregarded for the keys in the key ring.
That's the thing. So if we took a server out of the quorum, regened the keys on the rest of them, and then tried to add it back in the quorum, that would fail. And the only way of fixing it would be to delete all the data from that server and then start again, or maybe there's a way of clearing the key ring.
You can probably wipe the key ring. It's stored in a certain file path. So if you put the new key into config and booted it, it would probably start.
So how are we going to do this? Now we've done a lot of conversation.
So I guess we want to generate the key. Is the thought to put the initial key in generate the key, put it in the config, or we still want to do it through the key?
Another way of doing it, which is probably lazier and less secure, is we store it in a file on all the servers, and if when Ansible turns on, it checks to see if it's stored in that file. If it is, loads it in, propagates it. If it's not, generates it, stores it in the file, then loads it in and propagates it. So we could do a key rotation is less complicated, but key rotation is maybe less secure, but there's just a file that gets read every time that has the key on it, which would maybe be moved to Vault if Vault was up, if we had a Vault instance or something.
Yeah, so I think that's what I normally do at my current work. We store the encryption key in Vault and just read it from Vault each time. So we don't have a sort of secure data store to handle these secrets. We're kind of trying to juggle them all in memory, but keep them all the same, which is the problem.
But if someone can access the box, they can probably do quite a lot.
If they can access the console user, they can just read the encryption key from the keyring commands that we use.
Yeah. Which, if you can get onto the box, you have access to the server cert, which gives you access to.
Yeah. So I think file seems like a sensible way to do this. If the permissions is root, if it's owned by root and readable by console.
Console doesn't have to read it.
It's the root user that reads it.
Yeah.
Owned by root and readable only by root.
It's an Ansible temporary file. I say temporary. It's an Ansible file.
There's nothing temporary about it. Okay. So this is the one we're saving away then, right?
So
Yeah.
before generate key, attempt to read key. So
in the folder.
Would it not make more sense to save out as a file first, so we can then?
But I guess if there's a key there already, you want to check if there's one there before overwriting said file.
True. Yeah.
So check the file's there. Register the result of if the file's there. And then.
I mean, we can just register a cat command. It'll be empty if.
Yeah, that's the cleanest way to do it.
If it exists,
you want a space before your name.
What command are we actually running? It's just a cat command, you said, right?
Yeah.
I think just cat the file.
There might be a nice answer way to do it, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think any time I've tried to do it, we've had to cat.
But wait, would it not throw an error if it doesn't exist?
No, cat just returns nothing.
Yeah, empty.
Alright, so because then we can just say, where's the file? Oh yeah, I remember we also started doing this path thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I might as well just grab this then. So config, yeah. So do we plan on storing it in here then, Consul D? Into the config directory?
You could do.
Yeah. Slash key dot. Or should I just leave it at key?
Do ACL key.
Do we care about the file extensions?
No.
Okay, cool. ACL key.
You could do ACL doc key if you wanted to, but
nah,
I wouldn't, because it would look like certificates.
Yeah. I enjoy doing random file extensions that mean absolutely nothing.
Just confuse the next person that logs onto that box.
I'll be like, what does this mean?
It's a security through obfuscation. You hide things in plain sight and rename them. I thought a really irritating one to do with Vault is because you can set the path of a mount to anything you want. So generate something like an SSH mount and just call it /kv.
That just makes the policy hard to read. Was this policy give access to SSH, which is or KV, which is an SSH mount?
All right. So what we're doing now here, after we've registered the key,
you need to check if the contents of that cat is empty, and then do different things based on that.
So the generate.
The generate should be a when under generate, and your register if key exists, you should only run once, because if it's missing on any of the boxes, we need to run it again in any case.
So I should remove the run once for now.
No, add the run once to the top play.
Is it worth trying to build a variable that's an if statement that goes if ACL key is equal to nothing, it's your generate key, otherwise your ACL key? Do we want to do something like that to make some of the later logic easier?
Variables. I was just going to put in the logic kind of when ACL key not equal empty would work.
But after generate key, the key is either in the ACL key or it's in generate key, and every other step should be the same, or could be the same.
So, oh god, will this work? If you set register on the top one to encryption key, and then on the second one run once when encryption key not empty, and then the rest
Yeah, I think
logic should work.
they may have overwrite each other.
They definitely do overwrite each other. So change the register on the top one to also be encryption key.
Well, I should put it here, right?
Yep. And then on your generate key, put when encryption key not equal empty string.
It'll be encryption key dot std out.
Enter.
No, so are we still leaving the wrong ones here?
Yes, you still need the wrong ones. We don't want multiple encryption keys. That's going to cause all sorts of problems. Yeah, when encryption key.
I could swear it's like this still. Encrypt.
I don't
the
think
when
so.
doesn't like the back brackets. It would do the logic, but it will complain at you for it.
Yeah, you don't need them.
It doesn't need. Okay, when encryption key.
Because it needs to be a Boolean. So
yeah, you need regular parentheses around the whole statement, I think.
Oh, okay. When encryption key is not
equal empty string. Yeah.
Double equals. And it's encryption key dot std out.
How are they using it as well? Oh, std out. Out.
Sorry. Speak more clearly.
And then we need one more task, which is write key to file after that.
I see. Okay, so did you want me to close this into quotes or something? Or?
No, that's fine. Well, we'll see if that works. I think it should. We just want essentially write a file with the encryption key in.
Which is, I can never remember what a file. Is it copy?
Yes. Well, I guess you could template it as well if you really were being fussy.
Is there an Ansible thingy for this?
It's called copy.
Just copy. All right.
Because you can say content.
And then what is this?
Content and dest.
Content and dest. Interesting. All right. So.
Would we want to run this on every server? Probably.
Yes. Because then it eliminates the chance that you randomly get the wrong one. I know it always picks the same one in the list, but if you can write logic where it doesn't matter which one it picks in the list, it's probably better.
But also, if we kill the first server, then reruns the encryption key. Like.
Oh, why doesn't it like this one?
The whole thing needs to be in quotes.
Oh. So should it and this one as well then?
No, that's all right. Yeah, because it's at the start of the line.
I think the content needs to be in quotes and double curly brackets.
Yeah, so otherwise it would just put encryption key dot standard out into your file.
And the whole thing needs to be in quotes as well.
Okay.
Give it a go, see if it breaks everything.
I like the positivity on this. All right. Here you go.
Do we have an easy way to wipe a server? Just one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
He's put everything into Terraform now, so
he's got a big red button.
He will surprise us occasionally. When he gets bored, he will decide, okay, you know what, let me mess with these guys.
I am slowly improving my infrastructure, and to do that sometimes requires wiping the server.
I'll build it again.
We now have a little router between us and the server, which means I can no longer just directly connect to it.
I need to test out all of that at some point.
Wait, does that mean I need to change this graph then? Because does it still apply?
Your graph?
Just give me a second.
I don't think you really touch my network, do you?
My wannabe graph. Yeah.
So, I mean, we're not using Nginx anymore.
Okay. Yeah. So
Nginx doesn't. Well, yeah, Nginx doesn't really do what we want. It could do actually for the console load balancing, but
doesn't console load balance itself off an Envoy proxy, I think.
Yeah, I think actually there's a lot of the stuff we want that when a lot of the networking stuff we want that when console's up, it'll just do it all for us.
Yeah.
Because console's a DNS. We could get the names through console probably instead of having to set the IPs. You guys may have to install a console agent on your laptops. We'll see.
Yay.
Very close to circular dependencies there as well for setting up using a console DNS, but one failed. So that was the one you logged on and turned off.
Register key if exists. Isn't that the first line? We're trying to cat the file is failing because the file doesn't exist.
I thought we said it won't error if it doesn't exist.
I didn't think you did. You could do ignore error, no such file directory.
What standard out? There's something in the.
Standard out is nothing.
You probably still
we could do it. We could do ignore error.
Yeah, ignore error would work there because we get kind of error handle later on.
But that's what we're expecting. If there's no file, that's what we want.
Yeah.
I guess we should, if you were doing it properly, you'd ignore error and then check standard error for the string no file.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
Yeah, because if it fails in another way, we care. Like
you go, what? It's failed when.
This is a binary file or something. Although I don't think that fails on. Did it fail? We were casting binary files the other day. I can't remember.
Cat doesn't like cutting binary files.
Yeah,
it can. It doesn't like it. So failed when? Time to go down this rabbit hole.
Right. So it's the cat one, yeah?
Oh, my light's not on. That'll make me really dark. Whoa.
So when are we failing it?
So this needs to be a list.
Okay. So should I just say item, I think?
No, line. Yeah, new line with a thingy. Hash. Dash.
Like this?
Yep. And then it's RC, it is encryption key dot RC is not equal to 0. No. No, wait. There's a way of doing it that it does like. It's RC. You want RC equals not equal to 0 and.
Yeah.
Because I think failed when is a. And it needs like all of them.
RC not equal 0?
Yep, but it needs to be a string.
All of it.
Sorry, I think maybe all of it needs to be string. Oh god, it's been a while since I've had to mess with failed when. Failed when and civil. I just remember not having the RC actually has caused issues for me before.
Yeah, because you wouldn't get an error to check.
So you need to do encryption key dot RC, and it doesn't have to be in quotes.
And then it'll be, I think you can do enhanceable, so dash, and take the string which says no such file or directory.
Yeah, but
copy that, put that in quotes. Not in standard error. So encryption key dot standard error. Something like that.
Nope, that's
standard error.
This one, right? STDR, because that's what it's looking for. Right?
So encryption key dot standard error is the same as encryption key dot RC.
Doesn't like this. Unexpected going on. Yeah, no. Quick fix.
So you need to put the entire thing in single quotes. I have the docs open next to me, which is the only reason why I know that.
Thank you. All right.
So the way this works is these are ands. So both of them have to be correct for it to fail. For it to, yeah. If both of them have to be correct, then it will fail.
All right. So, but for now, obviously, this should be fine then.
Yep.
Yeah, that should do what we want.
Okay, let's run it.
Just trying to remember how to turn ands into, how to turn ors into ands and stuff like that. There's a way to do it. I can't. There's no old equation that was like you can turn any set of ors into a set of ands if you just use not.
Oh yeah, that's how you get in, like everything. Everything is ors and nots, and an and is just ors and nots in a particular way. It's like, yes, it is. Oh, I hope this works.
It feels like quite a simple fix if it does, which is nice. Not too many blocks, not too many conditionals.
Yeah, I liked what we were doing before. It seemed very secure, but in the grand scheme of things, this will get run once it works. So actually having it's like, oh yeah, it regens the keys for security is like, well, we don't really need that. I'm sure we get a force keygen rotation if we wanted to.
Yeah.
It's changing a lot.
I think it's regenning the TLS stuff every time it looks at things. Or
Okay.
Unarchiving them.
Oh yeah, because it's because of the way it works.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ooh, that's a lot of errors. But I think that's the health check that's failed.
Nope, write encryption key to file.
There's
no attribute. You did ST. Wait, STD out. That's what it should be, shouldn't it?
The error was ticked up object has no attribute standard out. It doesn't have standard out. The error appears to be
Check. Either run it verbosely or get it to debug.
Oh, that's interesting. It skipped generate key as well. So generate key didn't run.
Because we said when. It's not empty.
But it should be empty. It should be empty with something.
I guess go and check if there's anything on that server 10.1.1.4.
Oh. Yeah, it's not there.
Can you do a debug statement and just debug encryption key before generate key?
I see.
Just output the entire encryption key block. Because it may be because it's erroring, it's not giving us what we're expecting.
We're going to start labeling each block, which is whose idea it is.
It was.
Guys, it's been a long day. My creativity level is like this right now.
It's just debug, not debug.
Yeah, debug, and then it's the same line as well, right?
I think that's the quick way of doing it.
Yeah. So we just want this.
Yep.
And then standard out, or just like
just that. Let's see the entire object.
Okay.
I think that'll work.
And you want me to run it in variables as well, still?
You might want to quote it. So it might just print out a debug. I don't know if it defaults to var or message as the standard.
Okay.
Or you can just get a new line command. Yeah, just run it.
Should I run it like this then?
Yeah.
Nope.
Just do new line and then command after debug.
Should it be var? Isn't it?
Oh, sorry, var.
Oh yeah. Also var.
Yep.
Really, for this debug, do we still need it to run everything, or should I just
Probably not. We could probably comment out the tasks which aren't the ACL task. I wouldn't stop this one to do it, but it may be worthwhile for future runs.
We don't need everything else anymore. So we don't. Actually, which one are we working on right now? Oh, they're all okay. Cool. So
you can leave the health checks in.
Yeah,
it's good to know if we fail those when we get there.
Got to know what fails when it does.
Well, one server in theory should be out of sync now because it did a load of regen on the keys, but one had already failed, so it didn't run it against that host. Is there I can't remember if there's a command that says if you fail on the run once to fail on all hosts.
I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't hear your question. I was distracted.
So with the way Ansible works, if a play fails on a host, it goes, okay, that host has failed, but it carries on with the rest.
Yeah.
For the one run once block, the default behavior that we're seeing is it fails on that host that you've asked it to run once on, and then takes that out of the node pool, and then carries on trying to run commands on the other ones. And I guess the behavior that you, in some situations, that you probably want to see is if it fails that run once command to stop all the other plays, because that run once you'd often need the information from that to the rest of them.
Yeah.
They said there's strategies.
Failure strategies.
No such file.
Yeah, but that's what we're expecting. It's standard out.
Yeah, they're standard out. Do you need double quotes instead of single quotes?
Maybe.
Is it that picky? I'd be surprised.
Oh, you've got not equal to nothing. It needs to be equal to nothing. Scroll down. It needs to go if encryption key is equal to nothing.
Hold on, let me just think. Why did I say not equal to? Console keygen when standard output is equal to nothing. Yes, that's true. That's correct.
It's typical. So
wait, is it double equal to? Does it care about that?
Equals.
Okay. All right. And then, do we still want the debug?
You can leave it in until it's working. My normal approach to debugs is don't take them out until you have the code working.
Yes. Let's see.
It's a bold move to take all your debug statements before you've seen your code running.
Because I have so much confidence in it working now.
Yeah, you have so much faith.
Yeah, man. Okay. Now there you go. See?
You could have done it.
Yeah, man. There. And here we are good. So But then, what if the keys need to be regenerated?
So we should have a different process to regenerate the keys. They should just be set up servers.
Yeah, because I'm thinking right now this is fine, but then now that the file exists, but the key needs to be changed or is changed. Then...
You wouldn't want. We shouldn't have to rerun our entire Ansible for that. What you could do is have a separate Ansible playbook that is regen ACL, which does gen key, save it into this file, load it into all the servers.
We could probably make that role work for both, though. Potentially.
Yeah.
Would it be worth testing this if we delete one of the servers now and recreate it to see if it spins up, if we can get it to join correctly?
How quickly can you get that done?
Sure.
Oh, wait.
Are you
serious?
Or like, I'm happy to click the delete button and see what happens.
Wait, just on one server?
Just on server.
Yeah.
Or you can just add a new one. Just give us a new one. I'll just add it. Actually, that will work better. Give us a one. Just add one to it. Give us a new server.
Okay. Would you like to see the weird setup I've got for deploying servers?
Yeah. Why not?
Do I have enough stuff open? So that's the leases. I'm gonna have to, oh god. Okay. Okay. Cool. Why not? Let's share my screen with you guys.
Yeah.
And then Barnett, we can do what he wants. So
run the magic in the background. Press all the buttons.
So.
Oh, it's so small for me now. I can't barely see it. How can I?
If you there's an expand button on the top right of the share if you want it to be. Then
yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so we are increasing the number of servers.
Yeah.
Okay, number of Consul servers is going to go up to 6.
Ooh.
God, I have no idea what this is going to do. So let's go into my WSL, which is probably tiny for everyone.
Yeah, it could be a couple of pluses bigger.
That would be great.
Stop making it any bigger.
Control or command? Yeah, Control plus doesn't work.
Yep. Is that bigger? Is that better?
Much better.
It is on-prem, and then I go Terraform apply.
So for those that are new to Terraform, you're meant to always run Terraform plan first. Just letting you know.
The first thing an apply does is run a plan.
I know, but there's a reason why there's a plan to begin with.
So this is
running auto-approve flags.
Yeah, I mean, I could have gone auto-proof. So that's deploy only server. And then if I go into
is it removing? No, okay, it's adding
13.
So if you see hit console 5, this is what's being spun up. I don't know if the console will work.
I know the number now, so I'm just gonna add it now as
well. Well, the number, console 5.
No,
it's really hard to understand.
Oh, it's not 13 actually. It should be 14, right?
This is going to be checks, side ranges. This is going to be 16.
Oh.
This is the problem with having servers just starting from 1 and adding an IP every time we get another server. But there's 2 more Ansible. There's a Terraform and an Ansible one needed before you can access the server.
Wow. I see. Is that why you had to do so much calculations before you said yes?
Yes. so this is the server live.
Yeah.
It currently has the wrong IP address. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to jump into this one. So this is my router's Terraform.
Oh gosh.
And it's going to be 5. What did I just tell you it was going to be?
And it's
16.
agent,
16.
and that's a server, right?
What'd you say?
So it's instead of agent, it's server, console agent server.
Yeah. And then I can copy its MAC address. Nope.
Wow.
Annoyingly though, its MAC address needs to be caps.
So basically, not everything
Oh no, that is in caps.
automated.
So that looks right.
Then I open back into WSL, and then I go into my router, do another Terraform from apply.
Errors.
You're not worried about the error from VM 114 already running?
No, it's because I collected the stub one. It's fine. As long as it didn't like delete it, which it's not. It's here and it's running. And then I'm just going to give this a reboot to make sure it picks up the correct IP. And then I need to grab this one. I just need to add another server here. And then back to WSL.
You know, need to give it its unique name.
Oh yeah, that's good. Which really, a lot of this could be better. I'm just gonna. So this is my router. I'm just gonna check to make sure it's done that correctly. 16.5. It's bound, but it's not got the host name yet. That's fine because it's not got a host name. And then this is make playbook. Fingers crossed, this is going to work. So we're badly using Cloud Init to set the servers up in a way that doesn't work. So it's loading in my SSH key, which means I can Cloud Init. No, 14 wasn't reset. 14's fine. 14's already dead. So I'm using Cloud Init to set up my SSH key, and then this sets the IP address, host name, Wale's SSH key, and some network stuff that mattered before, but now I'm forcing network via the router. It matters less.
Really throwing you through the whole process just to test the Ansible code.
And it also adds Wale to sudos, so he can actually like do stuff.
I just thought it was a one-click button. I didn't know that, you know.
I mean, I should merge these, and what I also want to do is Cloudflare needs a DNS as well. Like if we were doing this properly, I'd also want to add a Cloudflare DNS onto this. So what I want to do is I want to make a module that's just like make a server, and then it does all but the Ansible step. There you go. That work.
All right, Barnaby, let me know when you're sharing my screen.
Yeah. When I'm messing around with like the Terraform locally and I'm being lazy and I know I need to do Ansible, I will get Terraform to template me a host file.
It did see that, and for GCP that has a Terraform dynamic inventory, it's like
you should be good now, Wale. Yeah, no, at some point I'll set up dynamic inventory within the Ansible playbook. But
so Proxmox, what we're using for this has a dynamic inventory. I just couldn't get it to work because we have to use IPs, not host names. Maybe someday.
Hold on.
I was like, I'll just do this lazy one quickly.
Is my screen still sharing? Because I'm not. For me, it's dark.
Yeah, we can see you running Ansible.
That's so weird. Normally, I could see what I'm sharing, but not anymore. Interesting.
So yeah, that's a quick run through for how my server works.
Yep, and it's connected. So I enabled everything again, so you could hopefully.
If you didn't
just run
put
the
it right,
encryption keys.
Yeah.
It'd write a file and then error out when it tried to add it to the console stuff.
I'm curious because it may just create its own server.
I can't remember how we set up the retry join block. Whether I think we did it off the group, so it should join the quorum.
But it won't be able to join the quorum.
Let's see.
But it'll get the old encryption key,
which we remove from the quorum.
But it'll get the one they're currently using, so it won't generate a new one, and then it restarts it. So that should be fine.
Where is my server config? Do we even have a server? No.
I go like an 80% chance of it working. Fairly competent.
Yeah. So if this just worked, then yeah, it was worth the time to just spin the server up.
Yeah, it should be fine. While this is working, how do we want to set up our Terraform Cloud access? So in terms of, because obviously, James, you were right. I mean, I did try to create a team. It didn't allow me, but we do get one team already, which is the owners team. And then we also get now another team, which is the SSO team. So, but then with the SSO one, because I didn't declare it properly in the setup. So something that I would need to do, but for that to work, I'll need James to go to the back end and see what the group is called. Then I'll name that group the same thing on PFC.
Yeah, I can tell you that. I think you do have access to read the groups, but I can do that.
Because then now we will have owners, and then anybody else that we want to add through the SSO. We'll have normal users through the SSO, and then we are still part of the SSO, but I can move us to owners. Yeah, so. But yesterday it took me ages just to because I couldn't even see the owners as well. It turns out by default it's invisible. Like, why would they do that? I don't get it.
Don't use meta owners.
Well, I didn't make it as fancy as the one we have at work. Nah,
I think one we have at work is too fancy because
yeah.
anytime you want to do or edit anything, it takes quite a while to mess with. Yeah. Whereas actually sometimes, we want Terraform Cloud at the moment to handle what we throw at it quickly and not be like, oh, I need to go do something else before I can actually do the work I need to do.
Also, I created all the projects that we needed, but they don't show up. I'm guessing it's only when we have a workspace in there.
Oh, really?
Right. Well, fair. Oh, it's not even the one we're expecting. Right, encryption key to file.
So when it skips generate key, it fails.
Oh, yeah, because it'll overwrite the thing.
So it's still overwrite.
Yeah, overwrites even if it skips.
Okay. So what we probably want to do is have them named different things and then have an inline if into another variable that actually is what they use.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying we should rename the register part?
Probably. Yeah, rename the register part.
Encryption key.
Oh, of course, that has to be weird.
Yeah, so it'll give you all the play info.
This, right? And then this one will just be encryption key.
So what you want to do, and you may actually want to rename encryption key there to generate key, is you want to create another variable, which is an if statement that if encryption key exists, use that variable. Otherwise, use the generate key variable. If that makes sense.
Will that still be in here then?
No, so you'd make a variable file and load the variable in there.
Okay, because we're already loading. Oh, okay.
So we kind of, if encryption key exists, use that. If not, we need to use the one that generate key gives us.
Yeah, I think I know how to do it. So you do set fact.
Okay, so
I didn't know if there's another way of doing it, but yeah, we could do set fact.
Are we doing it after the generate key? Yeah.
So before the generate key,
Oh, something different.
do a set fact.
Where's that? What is set fact?
It's setting a variable essentially. It's a block. So do another block, and then just call it something registering key for later use or something like that.
Have we used that before? Just right. Okay.
And then do set fact.
Doesn't even suggest that. Is it yeah.
Colon, and then do just call it encryption key or like key value or something. Key value probably.
This has to be a new line, doesn't it?
Nope. We can just call it key value. Call it key value.
Like this?
Yep. Equals encryption underscore key dot standard out. Okay, copy that block and put it under generated key.
The entire block.
Copy the whole block and run it again after generated key. And then do a when underneath it.
It can't be the same name, right?
Yeah, it can be. That's fine. They don't have to be unique.
Okay. And
so
then here
under the second block, you don't need a when on the top one. You just need it on the second one.
Is this? Am I not? Oh yeah, I'm on the first one. Oh, all right.
And then you do when encryption key dot changed.
Wow.
And now replace where you use encryption key dot standard out with key value.
And also, when encryption key exists, you need to change back to encryption key.
All right, hold on. One thing after. So here, right? I'm changing it to key val.
Yeah, so just
still
anything in the quotes.
And wait. It's only if you close double brackets.
So it's just still the same, like this.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
There may be another version of that. You may want to check. Scroll down, see if there's any more encryption key dot standard out.
There's 6 of it. Did I change them all to key val?
No. Just tap through them and see if they're in that one's fine. Wait, right. Yeah, you want to write key val.
Yeah, those need to change.
Yeah, and then the key val. Well, that's
the same. Oh, sorry, that's even the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fine, and that's fine. Okay, run it and see if it's happy.
At the top, the encryption key exists. You need to change back to encryption key.
Encryption key exists.
Line 6.
Yeah, register encryption key exists. Set back to encryption key.
It exists. Oh yeah. Where's the encryption key exist coming from?
You just renamed it. It's nowhere. Just change it back to encryption key.
Oh yeah. All right. So that should be it.
Yeah. Essentially, we're putting it into a variable, and the variable is only set when the previous play changed something. So that when it's skipped, it won't count. It'll register as skipped, not changed. So this should now work. You could have commented out all the other blocks as well if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. It's fast.
I mean, it's high.
Just wants to hammer my server.
It's going to make you get a really fast network card.
I mean, it has 4 network cards. Oh no, it has 2 network cards in it, which I'm currently using one port of the inbuilt one. So I could definitely increase the network traffic. I don't think network traffic's the problem. When I booted the server today, it complained about memory issue, so it may actually be on its way out, which would be a shame.
Do you reckon? I wonder if you could just swap out the RAM.
I mean, it said there's something happening, but it's still running at full RAM capacity, so I don't really know what it's doing. But with an hour to go till we're live, I thought doing some debugging that would take a while was not worth doing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we're running 40% of the hard drive space. Maybe our issue is network. I don't think I have network stats. Oh no, yeah, our network's nothing. It is purely the tiny connections take a while is the reason why it's taking so long.
Yeah, it'd be the like root resolution. That'd be the time. How big's the hard drive on
it? It's got 2 500 gig, I think.
That seems like
2 500 gig. One is each server has 50 gig. No, 20 to 50 gig. It is currently almost filled up a 500 gig hard drive. Because every server is 50 gig, and they chunk their space. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. What is it this time? The
Key value is undefined.
It sets key value though. You've got registering key.
No, it
skips them.
Yeah, but the first one it doesn't. It should register the key and then sets its key value. Do you want to do a debug after it's gone through all the blocks to see what's in key value and if it does exist? So after, just before it tries to write it to the file.
Just before it writes the file, right? So here.
Yeah. Got my own name task.
You just want to see the key value as it is, yeah?
Yeah.
And then let's get rid of everything for now. Oh gosh.
Because I feel like that should have worked.
So weird. I can't see.
And I would do the if statement in a variable, but I think this is maybe a better way of doing it.
Very fine.
It's probably the same issue as when you're skipping the thing.
If you run it above, does it set it? So if you run it above before it skips.
Do we still need it here? No. This one. Good. Oh dear, sorry. Good too. Oh.
Variable is not defined.
Yep, even at the top.
How bizarre.
So why?
Well, but the
Encryption key.
debug key value.
So here maybe, but it was working before to some extent, right?
It's your set facts is wrong.
Yeah.
Your set facts is wrong. It's a colon instead of equals. It's key value colon encryption key.std out.
Yeah, and the encryption.std out should be in quotes, no, in curly brackets and quotes.
Okay, so set fact and then key val colon, yeah?
Colon.
And then this one is fine, or?
Quotes, double curlies.
Yeah.
And I think it needs to be on a new line. Indented.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then can you just copy and paste that for the other one as well?
All right.
Because if it works, it works.
Yep. It works. Where is the other one?
28.
Just after, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
The wall of red that popped up when you expanded made me thought it was just instantly failed.
That's the most good though. That's the like Ansible, hey, you've done something wrong.
I should probably be clearing before we run again. Ooh, it worked.
There we go.
16 finally gets it now.
This will uninstall and reinstall the key on all of them.
Yeah. Eesh. There's always something wrong with this key part, man. So
yeah, it's trying to remove the primary key.
Yeah.
So we need to not remove the key if we don't generate a new one.
So also, so I think we should call it 5 hasn't joined the column because it's a different key.
Has it been restarted yet with the same key?
No. Wale, can you log into the new server and give it a restart?
Yeah. If it doesn't join us, it's a big problem back off. It might just be you need to restart to pick up the new key. Do we delete the old keys before we install the new ones?
I can't remember.
I think we do.
I'm about to restart.
Well, we didn't delete any old keys because that wall of error is still like.
Yeah. But I don't think this will have got the new key. I guess it might have done actually.
It joined the column.
Oh, perfect.
So now so what should be a case, so we can just go if the if we haven't changed the key,
yeah,
then we can skip the rest of it.
If using key from file.
Yeah.
Cool.
But will it not then ignore the new server then?
It's just not going to try. It's the removal that's the issue. That it's the only one that we don't need to do if we're using the old key. Because I assume when it installs the same key, Consul just goes, "This already exists."
So an easy fix is in your set facts blocks at the top. We can go along with key val. We can go a new value that is generated key.
Yeah, or read from file.
Or read from file.
Yep.
That would be true for that one. And then false on the other one. Though granted, we could go as defined and then it doesn't matter, but this is probably slightly better.
Using the fully defined variable.
Yeah, right?
No,
it needs to be under key val. And then remove old keys needs to be when read from file equals false.
You might best do not.
There's no not.
No, when.
When.
No, not when not, just when colon.
Oh, when colon. Oh, when not.
Sorry,
Actually, I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. Just when. Just use when.
When read from file equal to
false.
Yeah, false.
It would be double equals false.
You could do just when not read from file as well. Should work. That'll work as well.
I mean, if you run it, it should now work. Like, because that should fix that massive read.
Shouldn't really do anything, I guess, now.
I mean, it'll try and install the key, but I'm glad that installing a key that exists, it's happy with.
Yeah. I wonder if it might throw a warning, but it won't throw a failure.
Yeah. And if we wanted to have a rotate encryption key, the same with your wipe data, we could just delete that file from all servers first.
Yeah.
Maybe we would want to add the when for install and use, just because it's slightly cleaner. It's probably fine.
You might need it for the install and use it for server.
This won't work with an agent.
Why not?
Because an agent, so Consul, the server we spun up was live and happy. We told it a new key, we started, an agent just fails.
Yeah.
So an agent, we need to load it into the config file.
Okay, I think that can be a problem for next week potentially.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to make a note of that, Wally, before we forget? Or we can do that once we're finished. Don't have to make notes live on stream.
In which case, we will say goodbye and we will catch you all next week. Thanks for coming along and like and follow.
Bye bye.